squeezing them. Yes. Now I want you to think of those shoulder blades pushing down into your back pocket. Push it down, down, down. And one more time, we're mobilizing our shoulder blades. So lift the shoulder blades up, up, up. Squeeze up towards the back of your head. Squeeze them, squeeze them. Get those shoulder blades as high up as you can. And then push those shoulder blades down in your back pocket. So by thinking of the shoulder blades instead of your shoulder right here, you're literally mobilizing that shoulder blade up and down the back of your ribs. And by doing that, a lot of time people have shoulder injuries because their shoulder blade won't mobilize, all right? So once you go here, your shoulder blade's not gliding up with it, and you get stuck and you get jammed. So it's very important to concentrate on the shoulder blades. So now we're going to move the shoulder blades forward and back. We're going to bring them around our rib cage and back. So I want you to put your hands right out in front of you. And then I want you to push your hands forward. Push it towards the screen here. Push, push, push. And as you do, this shoulder blade's going to roll around towards the front on your rib cage. Now, take the shoulder blades and I want you to just try to squeeze them back together. Let your arms come back towards you. Your hands come back towards you. Now we're going to push our shoulder blades open. Push, 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 push. Very nice. Now I want you to bring the shoulder blades back together. So think of like having a pencil between your shoulder blades and you're pushing your hands back and you're squeezing your shoulder blades back together like you got a pencil in there and you're holding it. And reach it forward, open it forward, bring those shoulder blades really wide apart in the back, just like you're going to give somebody a hug. And bring it back. Nice job. Let's take a minute to give ourselves a hug. So go ahead and give yourselves a hug. And that's opening those shoulder blades, okay? But while you've got this hug, let's loosen it up just a little bit. And we're going to do a little side bending from the waist. So what I want you to think about is taking your elbows high and your spine is nice and straight. And we're bending at the waist. So go ahead and just take a little side bend to the side and think of yourself bending right here. Now, before you bring it back, I want you to pull your tummy in and I want you to straighten your body up. Just think of straightening your body up. So we're not doing it from the shoulders, okay? So let's go to the other side. So one side might be easier to bend to. So go ahead and bend, bend, bend. Now, before you bring it back, I want you to think of your body from its core, from the belly button, straightening you up. So go ahead and pull your tummy in and straighten yourself back up. Nice job. So you're not just leaning your head, you're not just leaning your shoulders. We are bending from right here. Let's do it again. So go ahead and bend from the waist. Bend, bend, bend. Just go where you can go. And then straighten yourself up by just pulling in your abdominals and straightening it up. Let's go to the other side. Bend, bend, bend. Very nice. And let's straighten it up. All right. So now we're going to do some arm circles. We've done these before, but if you haven't been in my class, I'm going to take you all through it again because this is so important. So you're going to show me your palms. And what I want you to do is I want you to bend your fingers from the fingertips. So you still have a nice wide open space here at the palm, all right? Your thumbs are pointing out. And then we're going to take our arms straight out to the side. And your palms are facing down, okay? So from here, we're going to circle the direction our thumbs are pointing. So we're going to circle forward. And you're reaching your arms as far apart from each other as you can. And you're doing a nice circle with those palms wide open. Having the palms wide open takes that movement all the way up to here. If you relax your palms, you're just going to feel it in your forearm. And that's not what we're working. We're working those shoulders. We're getting all the kinks out of the shoulders. We're getting them synchronized. All the muscles are working together. Let's drop it down. Go ahead and just roll your shoulders around this time. We've got those. So we did the shoulder blade. So right now we're just working this joint. All right, rolling forward. So the shoulder blades are gliding up and down our rib cage. Now our arms and our shoulder joints are moving. So we're going to do that grip again. So go ahead and wide open palms. All right. Tuck your fingers on in the ends. Push your thumbs back. This time we're going to go palm up. So our thumbs facing backwards. So I want you to follow your thumbs. Go back. Circle back. Reach wide. Get your spine nice and tall. Keep breathing. Don't forget to breathe. Don't forget to smile. There you go. Reach, 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 and take it down. All right. So here's something I like to do kind of when I'm walking. If you don't look too goofy or have somebody walking next to you, I like to move my arms a little bit, and it also increases your heart rate. So I want you to take your arms out to the side. I want you to bend them up like this. And then we're going to swing them down and around, and we're going to bring it back up. This is a great move for your delts, okay? This nice little shoulder capsule you got here. So you can make a gentle fist, and you're going to swing it down and around, and you're going to swing it back up. So down and around and back up. You should feel it up in that nice little capsule of our shoulder. These are our pretty shoulder muscles that pop out, that look really good when we're wearing sleeveless dresses. So we're just bringing it up and down, up and down. So think about doing this while you're walking. You can get some nice music on, get a little beat going, really get some coordination going, and just go up and down. So if you'll notice, my elbows stay in place. They stay the same height. They're straight out from my shoulders. And I'm just swinging my forearms up and around and down and around, up and around and down and around. So that's for this area right here. All right. So now let's do a little torso twist. So if you're seated in a chair, I want you to make sure your knees stay straight on, your hips stay straight on. We're not twisting from our hips, okay? We are, once again, we're going to use this part of our body. I want you to think of the rib cage as doing the twist, all right? So you can, once again, let's take a gentle pat on our shoulders. Just put your hands right there gently on our shoulders, then lift your elbows up. And that's going to straighten your spine. I don't want you pulling on your shoulders or yanking on your shoulders. Your hands or your fingertips are just right there. Now, what I do want you to do is think of your rib cage moving, your breastbone moving. So what we're going to do is we're going to twist to the left. So I want you to think of your chest and your breastbone going left. Your hips are staying right, facing straight on, and you're just going left. And I want you to come back to the center. Let's stay on the same side. So think of taking the rib cage and moving it. Keep your arms up, but take your rib cage. Think of the rib cage moving you, not your arms, okay? So let's go to the left. Move those ribs. Get that nice twist in there. And come back to the center. Let's do it one more time on this side. So be very intentional with this. Think of your rib cage moving you. So move your ribs, move, move, move. Over as far as you can. Your head just follows along. We're not yanking on our neck. We're thinking of moving our rib cage. And come back to the center. Just go ahead and roll your shoulders around. We're going to do that on the other side. So what we do is we just take a fingertip here. We lift up our elbows. We take our we're going to rotate now to the right. So think of the breastbone leading you. Your breastbone is leading you. Everything else is following along. Now, you might not get as far going this way. I'm not getting quite as far. That's okay. Come back to the center. And move that rib cage. Twist that torso. Keep your hips still. Keep your hips still and fixed. And come back to the center. Let's do that one more time so we're even. So twist, twist, twist. And come back to the center. Nice job. So now, Carla, can you take it? Can you go to the floor? No. This will probably be good for you then, as of now, because I'm going to take it down to the floor for the rest of it. But if you can get yourself on the floor, we're just going to be doing some stuff in this position. Do you think you can get there? Do these seated up. Sit in your chair and just, I'm going to talk you through their pelvic tilts, but you can do it seated. All right. So what I want you guys to do is go down to the floor. Take a pillow or a yoga block or something just to brace gently between your knees, all right? And I want you to go ahead and get comfortable. So if you're doing this seated, I want your spine to be tall, but as we move, your low back will round a little bit and your chin will drop down. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our navel and we're going to pull it tight into our spine. And as we do, we're going to look towards our knees with our neck. And we're going to tilt that pubic bone up towards our nose. And we're going to hold this. So we're rounding our low back and the back of our neck in the same direction. And then we're going to release and just let it relax. So if you're seated, let me come up to a seated position for you. If you're seated, you're going to just kind of drop your chin towards your chest. You're not going to round over like this. You're going to drop your chin towards your chest. And then I want you just to think about sucking your navel into your spine. And you will get a gentle tilt here of the pubic bone, but the way your body's positioned, you might not feel it. And then just relax. So go ahead and drop your chin down a little. So you've got a little roundness right back here. And then pull your navel into your spine and hold it in there tight. Hold it tight. You're taking that navel and you're pushing it out through your back. And then you're relaxing. So you can do this either in a seated position in a chair where my knees would be bent and my feet would be flat on the floor and my hips would be straight on. Let's do it one more time. So drop your chin down, but I don't want you to lean over and drop your chin down. I want your neck to elongate. So you're lifting it up and then you're bringing your chin down. Now I want you to pull your navel into your spine. Think nice and strong, lower abdominal muscles. Hold it there. Just keep holding it, holding it, holding it. And release. Let's do that one more time. And pull your navel into your spine. Pull your navel into your spine. Nice job, nice job. All right, these next moves I'm going to do on my back. Carla, you can probably do them seated if you can see me. These are upper body as well, but these are best done either lying on the floor or up against a wall. But go ahead and do these how we're doing them right now. What I want you to do is bring your elbows out to the sides so they're straight out from you. Your palms are facing down. And then I want you to flip your palms back. So you're going back, back, back. And that rotation is occurring right here at the shoulder joint. And then I want you to come back to neutral. And go ahead and flip them back. Back of your hands are going to the floor. And bring it down. So if you were standing and you were up against a wall, you'd have your elbows out, your palms would be facing the floor, and then you would bring those palms back so they would hit, the back of the palms would hit the wall. And these are all nice, deliberate moves, guys. I want you to take your time with them. I want the body to know where you're going. This stretching with strength is deliberately put together to give your body a little bit of warning. This is where we're moving. This is how we're moving. This is how we want you to function. These are the proper muscles we want you to use when you are moving. So there's a little concentration in these moves. And if you pick one or two out that you'd like that feel real good and you just do them every day, it's going to wake up your body, keep you from getting those aches and pains. So these are learning moves. Okay, so now let's take our palms and we're going to put I can't talk. We're going to take them down towards the floor. So when you do these and you're not on the floor, I want you to make sure you're trying to keep your elbows high and pretty much straight out to your side. You probably won't be able to keep it totally straight out to your side, so bring it back to neutral. Now you're going to bring it down. So we're rolling our shoulders forward. Roll them forward. Nice job. And come back to neutral. And roll it forward. Roll it forward. And come back to neutral. Okay, from here we're going to work the glutes a little bit. And I'm going to have everybody flip over on your stomach. And if you can't do these with us, it might be a good thing to watch because you might want to incorporate these later when you're feeling better. So what we're going to do is when you're flat on your stomach, I like to take my hands and place my forehead right on my hands. And that's going to keep my neck lined up with the rest of my body. And from here, I want you to take your knees out and spread your legs apart. Your knees can be out about the width of your mat, okay? So your feet will be off the mat. Now, I want you to bend both knees. Then I want you to drop your feet together so they meet in the middle. From here, you're going to squeeze your glute and you're going to push your feet together. And we're going to open up the hips. So this is external rotation of the hips. I want you to push your feet together. I want you to squeeze your glutes as you do it, and then release and take it down. Let's do that again. So you're going to bend the knees. You're going to drop them in so they meet in the middle. Now from here, I want you to squeeze your glutes first, and then push your feet together against each other. So you're getting a nice little isometric challenge and you're opening up your hips into external rotation. And release. So if you're one of those people that has a hard time sitting and putting your shoes on because you can't bend forward, this is a great exercise. So go ahead and bend. Drop the feet together. Remember, our knees are apart. They're wider than hip width apart. Squeeze your glutes. Squeeze them, squeeze them, squeeze them, and push, push, push them together. Push them together. All the while you're squeezing those glutes. Keep holding it. Come apart, release, drop it down, give it a little break. I like to do a hold for 6 seconds and then rest it for 6 seconds in between reps. Let's do that one more time. So we're bending the knees, dropping them together. Now squeeze your glutes, squeeze, 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 and push your feet into each other. So you're creating an isometric resistance. Push your feet into each other. And release. Okay, we're going to work those glutes a little bit more. So we're going to bring our knees in line with our hips so your legs are straight out from you. What I want you to do is bend your right knee. And I want you to take the toes of your left leg and curl them under. And then straighten that left leg so that knee comes up off the mat. Now we've got our right knee bent, and I want you just to give that right knee a little lift off the mat and squeeze the glute. Squeeze the glute on the back side as you do it. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And release. So let's reverse that. So we're going to take our right leg, we're going to straighten it, we're going to curl our toes under. Straighten that right leg so your knee comes up off the floor. Bend the left knee and lift the left knee up off the mat. Now, I don't want you going real high. I don't want you shifting your hips around. I don't want you swinging it. It's a level lift, and you're squeezing that glute. Hold it, hold it, hold it, and take it down. Good job. Let's do that again on the other side. So what we're doing is we're straightening our left leg, curling our toes under, lifting that left knee off. It's straightening it, and the knee comes off the floor. Bend the right knee, lift the bent knee up off the floor, and hold, hold. Concentrate on the glutes. Concentrate right here. You're squeezing right here. You don't squeeze it, nobody else will. Take it down. Relax. Okay. We're going to straighten the right leg by curling the toes, lifting the knee up off the floor. Bend the left leg and squeeze the glutes and lift the left knee up off the floor. Lift it, lift it, lift it. Good job, good job. Keep squeezing and relax. Okay, so here's one more move for our glutes, okay? So this time, I want you to bring your knees all the way together. We're going to squeeze our knees together. So bring your legs together, you're squeezing your knees together, and then as you squeeze your knees together, I want you to bend your knees. Bend them, bend them, bend them, and squeeze your glutes. Squeeze, squeeze it all together. Lower, keep squeezing as you lower the legs down and then release. So let's do that again. So the legs are long, you're squeezing the legs together, you're squeezing your glutes. Now, as you squeeze, you're going to bend the knees, but you're squeezing the legs together, you're squeezing the glutes. You're holding it here, hold it, hold it, hold it. Keep squeezing as you release. Keep squeezing, keep squeezing. And now release. I meant keep squeezing as you straighten. Let's do that one more time. So we're working that, the inside of the legs, we're working the glutes. Seating the sacrum. The sacrum is this flat bony part right here. We're keeping it right in the middle so our spine is happy. So your legs are straight. You're squeezing them together. You're squeezing your glutes. You're squeezing your knees together. You're squeezing your ankles together. You're bending your knees. You've got a lot of control here. Keep squeezing, keep squeezing, keep squeezing. Now you're going to keep that squeeze as we go to straighten our legs. Keep that squeeze. Lining everything up. And release. Okay, just take your feet a little bit apart. Curl your toes under and just wiggle around. Just wiggle it around. And then go ahead and bend the knees. We're going to do a little windshield wiper because that was pretty good squeezing you guys just did. So let's loosen it up. Just drop your legs to one side, then the other. And wiggle it around a little bit. But you want to keep those muscles all along the glutes and all along the sacrum really tight, really even, and contracting at the same time. So we're going to come up to hands and knees, and we'll finish up with this. You'll be on your hands and knees. Your hands are right under your shoulders. Your knees are right under your hips. You're going to flatten your feet, drop your chin to your chest, and push your spine up to the ceiling. A little cat-cow going on here. Now just let it drop down. Lift your chin. Let's round it up, pulling your navel in towards your spine. And drop it down. Lift your chin. Let's do that one more time. Round it up, round it up, round it up. And drop it down. So now we're going to pull the hips and the shoulders together real quick. So you're going to sit with one foot bent in front of you, one foot bent behind you. Lift up on your knees. You're going to reach for the ceiling. You're going to squeeze that glute again. You're going to open up this hip flexor. And then you go ahead and let's add the shoulders. And circle. And circle. And let's reverse that circle. Remember, you're squeezing the glute on the back side to open up that hip on the front side. Take it down. Let's switch the legs, all right? Now we're going to pop up to our knees. We're going to bring our arms really far apart. We're going to circle that shoulder. Circle it. Circle it, pushing those hip flexors open. And circle it the other way. Nice. Go ahead and go back to a seated position. Let's just finish in by opening up this rib cage one more time. We twisted it, we turned it, we did all kinds of stuff with it, but now let's bring it in with some air. So I want you to take a nice breath in. Breathe in, expand that rib cage, reach up towards the ceiling as you're breathing in, and exhale and blow it all out. I love this saying, inhale the future. So bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. And we're going to exhale the past. Exhale it out. All righty. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks, Carla. You did a great job. It's always good to get the blood flowing, the body moving wherever you can. So you did a good job.
Thank you, Chris.